Hello, welcome or welcome back. In today's video, I am going to give you tips so you as a smaller player can beat bigger players, or if you're a bigger player, do it with more ease. So here's a prime example. See how he's fighting to maintain posture to keep his back straight as I'm using my guard to then pull him in, and he doesn't want to be pulled in. I'll talk about this later, right after we go through this technique. But look at this. I go in for a fan sweep and then from there, go for a back take. Now, in a fight, it's just a physical disagreement. Like, have you ever been in a verbal fight before? How do you end a verbal fight? You end a verbal fight by either agreeing with them or they agree with you. But to force somebody to agree with you takes a lot of energy. So if you want to break somebody's posture, the best way is to do a move that makes them stand upright, because then they're going to want to fold over. And this happens all throughout jiu-jitsu. Whenever you want them to do something, do a move that's the opposite direction of where you want them to go. So if you want somebody to have their posture broken, do a move where you're forcing their posture upright and over, and then all of a sudden they're going to defend by doing the exact opposite movement, which is coming down onto you, which is how I got this back take. Now look at this. Do you see what just happened here? Last time I was in a body triangle. Last time I had a body triangle on somebody who was bigger and stronger, they basically like bridged really hard and I had a knee injury. So I know that if they're trying to escape, one thing that you can do is you can let them escape. So for this specific technique, the number one way to escape back control is to get over their bottom knee. So I opened up my triangle. That way I let him get over my knee, knowing full well that I was just going to take his back again.
Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at now from the top, make it drop. That's a macaroni in a pot. That's a wet.
So if you can at least be 2 steps ahead and be like, all right, I am going to release X, whatever it is, because I know they're going to do Y in a response, and I already have the answer to the next move. And you can do this on any type of scale. Like, this is almost like a formula that can be applied to any technique. I'm showing you individual techniques here, but just know that you can do this for anything at any level. You just have to keep it in mind and have that be your, like anytime I roll or I train, I have something like in my mind that I want to work on that is from someplace that I typically am. So it's a realistic goal. It's not like, ooh, I'm gonna friggin', All right, so right here, here's another example. So anytime you're in turtle and somebody has like either a side turtle or a back turtle, see how his shin is not on mine. I still have an inside position, so his legs can be between my legs. Anytime you see that, like if his shin would have been on top of my calf, different story, he would have my leg pinned. But so you're saying there's a chance. So anytime you see this position right here, this is a position for a rolling knee bar. And this is a specific technique, but you can apply this to anything. One thing about small person jiu-jitsu is instead of beating strength by being stronger, you beat it by being smarter and learning these types of openings that give you openings to attack. So anytime that you're in turtle and they're in back of you and you can see a leg, take that leg, and this is a rolling knee bar. Now this is a blue belt, so he has good defense. And another key tip in jiu-jitsu and in life is emotional regulation and balance, and learning how to take a perspective that serves you. So for example, I could look at this and be like, oh man, I didn't get that rolling knee bar. Or I could be like, you know what? That was a good crossface. And next time somebody has my leg, I'm going to cross face the snot out of them because that's good defense. And then, the jiu-jitsu cycle goes on, and that was an excellent cross face. So anytime, somebody has your leg, like a single leg, you can use a cross face in order to release that grip, because when somebody's spine is manipulated and you're doing that by forcing them to look the other way, then they are weaker. So that's another great way to beat stronger people, is just cross face. Cross face the snot out of everybody. All right, so here I want you to focus on where my knees are. Do you see why I got the knee in and I'm consistently, this is called guard retention, and as a smaller person, this is really important because you would rather retain guard than get your guard passed and be on bottom position. So the reason why, so right here, he's trying to do a defense of going to the other side of my torso and getting his left knee to knee on belly, so his knee on my torso. But he can't do that if my knee gets there first. So do you see how my left knee and my left elbow are together, and that is blocking his knee on belly? This is a principle as a smaller player. It's like you want to prevent any type of controlling position before it happens. You want your knee and elbow to be together. That will help you. That will help you. And here we are. He's trying to get a rolling knee bar here. And we are like way out of frame. This is almost to the end. So thank you so much for watching. So these are, key principles in order to help you as a smaller player. That way you can have like more stamina and have more time out on the mat.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least won't hold me none. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. This I know, well I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, Oh, and I know she'll be the death of me, at least won't hold me none. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. This I know, well I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. This is America. Don't get you slipping now. Don't get you slipping now. Police be tripping now. This is America. Don't get you slipping now. Don't get you slipping now. This is America. Don't get you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. This is America. Don't get you slipping now. Don't get you slipping now. Yeah, this is America. Under my area. I got the strap. I gotta carry.
Girls cry out, the men cry out, the girls cry out, the men cry out. Oh no. The men cry out, the girls cry out, the men cry out, the girls cry out, the men cry out.
sexy to go unprotected. And she popped a Tesla, now she gonna let you. Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, oh you like the boy, well tell me what you like about him. You a tart a little thotty, ain't no wife about it. So sexy. Yeah, I like it crowded. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for your. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for this. Yeah, I like it crowded. Too sexy for this girl. Too sexy for your girl. Too sexy for this world. Too sexy for this ice. Too sexy for that chop. Yeah, yeah. I'm too sexy for this chain. That's fine. Okay. I'm feeling too sexy to accept requests. And I'm way too sexy to go unprotected. So sexy. Yeah, I like it crowded. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for your girl. Too sexy for this world. Too sexy for this ice. Too sexy for that.
I don't wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna gag, I wanna joke. My head get misfired when I need the sun is going and drying, it's coming outside, yeah, I run that down, the cuz behind me, I spit on his mic and I heat tryna sign me.
Y'all, I'm a freak, cuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating. Put him on his knees.
So, all right, until next time, bye.
You telling me it's real that he love the pill? He said he don't like I'm bony, he wants something he can grab. So I pull up in the Jag, Mayweather with the jab, like dun 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 dun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt.
Look at it. Now from the top, make it drop.